Alright guys, I recently pulled the new blue Itadori on the JP version of the game, and I can't wait to try this character out because I've never had him before, and he looks very, very interesting. So the team I'm going to be running him on is going to be this team right here, mostly blue characters. I didn't have enough blue characters to actually fill out the slots because I could have put Miguel on a main slot, but he's not a buffer. I'd rather have two buffers here. I think that's going to be a little bit better because we are taking on a Lucery Tower stage 20 against Mahito, and we're gonna just see how this Itadori can do because he's going to be basically buffing Gojo. So if you don't know what he does, I'm gonna go over his kit really quickly. If you do already know what he does, then feel free to skip ahead to the showcase part of the video. So the new Yuji Itadori on my account is an attacker focused on taijutsu. He is resistant to poison and soul damage, and when a black flash is performed, he decreases his cursed energy cost for his skills, which is actually really nice. His skill 1 is called Fist Blow, deals 120% melee taijutsu damage to the selected enemy. His skill 2 is called Nimble Strike, deals 182% melee taijutsu damage to the selected enemy, and then the important thing, increases the selected enemy's damage received by 15.3% for 2 turns. This is a very good skill. This is a skill you're going to want to use on him probably the most at level 10. The percentage does go up to 22.5%, so that's going to help buff Gojo's damage overall. His skill 3 is Cursed Energy Flurry, deals 250% melee taijutsu damage to the selected enemy for 3 hits, increases own and ally behind's ultimate skill gauge charge rate by 10% for 2 turns as well. This is actually really solid because it's going to allow Gojo to get his ult even faster. If you had Unity from top to bottom as well on your team, you would be getting ultimate gauge so quickly. That's part of what makes this character also very good. And then his ultimate is Piercing Cursed Energy Punch, deals 490% melee taijutsu damage to the selected enemy, stuns the enemy with a 40% chance. That chance does go up when you level it up, and increases own critical hit rate by 35% for 6 turns, allowing him to hit harder after he ults once. Additionally, he has a ton of passives. So he has Sukuna's Vessel, which most Itadoris have. At the start of battle, grants poison and soul resist, and then he also has rapid fire attacks. When targeting the same enemy multiple times, which we most likely will in a Lucery Tower, increases own damage by 15% for every attack performed, up to 55%. Skills with multiple hits are counted as a single attack. And then this one is my favorite, Searching for a Righteous Death. At the start of each turn, if an ally's HP is 40% or below, attracts all enemies' attacks to self for 1 turn, reduces own damage received by 25% for 1 turn, and grants revival status to self 1 time, meaning he will be able to revive if he does happen to die drawing aggro. So a very good attacker who's also an interesting support. I can't wait to try him out in the game. Now, I do only have him at level 78, and I only have his skills at level 1. I don't have them upgraded, so you're not going to see the most damage from him. We're going to be looking at him purely for his support. I am probably going to invest in him a little bit more here in the future, but on JP, Sukuna did just come out, so I put all my investment into Sukuna, which is why I don't have this Itadori really invested in yet. But I will, and I may do a future showcase where I show you guys the updated version of him. So if you would like to see that, make sure you let me know down in the comments. We are running the new Recollection for Sukuna on Itadori because it increases damage by 85% for blue type characters, so it will be useful on him as well. With all that said, 30,000 combat power is what we have. 85,000 is recommended for taking on this stage. I'm a little bit worried actually that Gojo's not going to be able to get it done in the amount of turns that he has before he goes away, and then we might be screwed, but we'll see how it goes. Alrighty, we're gonna go ahead and we're just gonna target Mahito for the whole thing because Gojo's gonna be able to ult and do damage, right? So we'll go ahead and buff. We will buff here. We want to probably, well, do we want a skill 2? I think we're not worried about damage yet. We want to do the skill 2 right before Gojo ult, so we probably want a skill 3 actually, and see if we can increase ultimate gauge. And then we want to self buff on Gojo for a turn, I think. Do we want to self buff or do we want to skill 1? I think we self buff skill 1 and then self buff twice. Yeah, that's what we'll do. It's a little bit different because I'm used to having Unity from top to bottom, which increases my ultimate gauge fill rate faster. Unfortunately, I don't have it. Oh my gosh, Nishimiya just straight up died. Okay. Well, interesting. And we'll go ahead and let's see if he can draw aggro here. We'll do a skill 1 right here. Then we'll do a skill 1 here. Okay. Ooh, Miguel took a lot of damage there. Okay. We will buff. Self buff here. Probably want to do the skill 2 now to give damage. And then we go into self buffing. Skill 2 only lasts for 2 turns. Ooh, there's the black flash finally. Yo, Itadori did not just take that much damage. Okay, he had the revive. He had the revive, let's go. Because somebody was below 40% health, that's why he drew aggro. Okay, interesting. Alright, we should be able to pop this. It'll last for 2 turns, 10% boost. Yo, I'm a little bit worried. Do we just draw aggro? I feel like we just draw aggro here and let him die. And then we do this for the damage boost. And we do this again. Okay. Yep. Oh no, Itadori died too. Okay, well he was able to get the damage boost in, so let's see how much Gojo can do. I don't think Gojo wipes on his own, but we'll see. Oh yeah, I definitely don't have enough damage. My characters aren't leveled up enough for this. Okay, we'll take on an easier stage and see how it goes. But Itadori was actually... Did you see that damage? That's a level 1 skill for his skill 2 hitting like 58,000. That was actually kind of insane. I am impressed by his damage. And the support is pretty good. I think it'd be a little bit better with Kaido to allow him to use his skills more often. So maybe I'll switch it up a little bit. Okay, 416 seems a little bit more doable to me. Obviously because my characters aren't the most leveled up. But we should be able to beat this for fairly easily, hopefully. Alright, so we'll go ahead and buff, give Cursed Energy to everybody. We will use a... Well, I really don't know. I like his skill 2. His skill 2 does good damage, but we should probably use this to give Ultimate Gauge to everybody. Or to these two. And then we do a self buff. Decent damage, honestly. 23,000 Dude, why did they have to attack Kaido? 23,000 damage is pretty good. Kaido already gave us our Cursed Energy, though, so I guess that's acceptable to a degree. We can do this again to give Ultimate Gauge. Then skill 1 right here on this guy. So having Kaido was nice because we were able to give Ultimate Gauge twice. Okay. Honestly, yeah, we're gonna beat it without even having to do the nuke. We will do a draw aggro on this guy, I guess. We'll do a skill 2 on him. And then self buff. 25,000, pretty good. Alright, and buff. Skill... Let's skill 2, actually. Skill 2 again for increased damage. Self buff, and Gojo should have ult next turn, and he's gonna have increased damage thanks to Itadori, so should go well. 34,000 damage, nice. Okay, he drew aggro, so... Oh no, they actually straight up killed him! He did. He kept him alive, though, so that's one bad thing, is you can't control, like... when you use it. If he was a higher level, had a little bit more health, right, it'd be fine. But we are going to beat this stage, at least. My only sad thing is I wish I could use him with Sukuna, because Sukuna's my best blue character right now. And if I could use him with Sukuna, it would be lit. It would be actually insane. Alright, well, let's take on a Formidable Foe battle to finish this off. Okay, we're going to take on Extreme 2 of the Special Grade Cursed Spirit and Formidable Foe battle. We will probably... Well, yeah, we'll try to run this team. I think it'll go okay. Hopefully they won't get one shot like the last time in Lucery Tower. Lucery Tower just hits different. It's crazy sometimes, but I think we'll be okay. Alright, so 2 waves. We should be able to get through those waves, hopefully relatively okay. Give ultimate gauge, and then let's just skill 1 right here. Alright, good. They're attacking Gojo. We love that. Alright, buff. Skill 1. We're gonna give ultimate gauge again, as opposed to buffing damage, and skill 1. Alright, good. Gojo killed that one. Alright, and what? How many turns? We're okay on turns, so I'm gonna pop this stuff now. Increase damage. No. Let's save that. Let's skill 1 here. We haven't actually seen his skill 1 yet, and then we ult. Okay, 22,000 on his skill 1. Pretty good. Gojo wipes. Okay, now we get to the actual fight. So this is where we got to worry a little bit more. We got, what, 4 turns with Gojo. Can we get the ultimate in that amount of turns? That is the question. Skill 1 here. So we want to give ultimate gauge if we can. And then hopefully let Gojo just kind of do his thing. 55,000 damage? That's actually respectable. I'm not going to lie. Okay, they both hit Yaga. Buff. Let's give a skill 1 here. Ultimate gauge again. And how many turns do we have left? Another skill 1. 59,000 damage? Okay. 163,000 from Gojo. I don't know if I'm going to get the other ult with him. I might not. Yaga gets stunned. That's annoying. We do have ultimate though finally with Itadori, so we'll get to see the ultimates, and we get to use this. Okay, let's see how much the ult does. I'm so excited for this. And then we'll self-buff with Gojo right here. We have a chance to stun on the ultimate as well. Woo! Damn! Okay. Pretty good. And we did get the stun, and we do get the ultimate. Yep, that's fine. Alright, now we buff. Cursed energy. Let's increase the amount of damage that he's going to take now. And we can ult. Unfortunately, we don't have non-standard, otherwise that'd be sick. Oh, so good. So good. Bye, Gojo. Thank you. That worked out really well. Those two together actually worked out surprisingly well. I'm so happy with that. Alright, let's see. Increase damage. And then let's give him this. 51,000, pretty good. Buff, Cursed Energy. Do we want to give him the chance? I think we give him the chance to get his ultimate a little bit quicker, and we self-buff him one more time. We're going to try to use Miguel for the damage now. So if we can just buff Miguel and get him there. Alright, buff, skill 1, skill 2, self-buff. Okay, there we go. We're still okay. Itadori has revival status, so he'll draw aggro this turn. We get to pop this. Increase damage, and now we get to ult with Miguel. Oh, Miguel, I need a little bit more damage. Itadori has ult, as long as he doesn't die here. Okay. Yo, it's gonna be close. It's gonna be real close. Alright, we ult. We pop this. Let's actually draw aggro. 124. Come on, Itadori, you can finish it. Yo, I think we got it. I think we got it. Let's go. There we go. Okay. A little bit more difficult than I would have liked it to be, but still, he performed. He performed really well right there. So even being all level 1 skills, only level 78, he was doing some damage and doing some great buffs for Gojo, and then he also technically buffed Miguel, so I'm very happy with that. Let me know what you guys thought down in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the video, please consider going down there, hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button, and thank you guys so much for watching and supporting the channel. Peace.